hello, welcome to Virginia, bitch. Hello, welcome to Virginia, bitch.
All right, everybody, you now tune into the Welcome to Virginia podcast.
Episode 40. And we are here today with a good friend of mine, Nico.
Yes, sir.
Nico's Barbershop.
Congratulations on all your success, and we're glad to be here with you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank
And
you.
so what I like to do is take a deep dive, and I kind of move around a little bit with my questions, but to get started, I really like to know like how you got started in the beginning. Like what was your drive from day one?
What got me here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, it started down back in like 94,
Okay.
93.
Wow.
I was 14 years old, and I like to stay sharp, man.
Oh, yeah.
I used to iron my clothes, stay cleaned up, and my dad would never take me to the barbershop. I'd have to wait, 3 months before he take you to the barbershop. So, man, I had this mini fro, and, being in ninth grade, they'd be messing with you.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I'm like, buy me a set of clippers. I can cut my hair just like Larry does.
Yeah.
And you won't have to take me. I thought that, it's easy peasy solution. Man, I looked like a mange cow.
I was about to say you jacked yourself up.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I started doing my own hair, and that's when the bowl cut came out.
Yeah.
So I had that line so straight. I thought I was hard, boy. I had that line so straight. But next thing you know, I got the kids coming off the school bus giving me cassette tapes or candy bars.
Sir.
So, they give me a cassette tape of like Metallica or Guns N' Roses or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd go to the store and I'd go buy me a couple blank tapes, record those, and then sold those at school.
I feel like that's how, sorry to interrupt. I feel like that's how a lot of successful people get started doing what they love, because they see something they want to do and they look around, they say, okay, nobody else is doing it like this, so let me just learn how to do it myself and let me put my own spin to it.
And a lot of times it starts out like you just said, I needed to be fresh.
Right?
Yeah.
So I started doing my own thing, and then it starts rolling into other stuff. And it seems like you have a hustler's mentality. You said that they were dropping off, hitting you off with the tapes, and then you was taking them and dubbing them.
Yeah, man.
So a whole other hustle that you found in that.
Yeah, so it's a blessing, man. It taught me how to hustle at a young age, how to make money.
Sure.
And I really enjoyed it, man. Now it's like 2025 and I'm flourishing.
Oh, yeah. That's a blessing.
And so after you started figuring out how to cut hair and you started getting your hustle on in high school and things like that, what's the next steps? Like, when did you say, you know what, this is something that I like to pursue professional?
Yeah, my oldest sister told me, bro, quit being such a bum and cutting out of the garage on someone's bathroom. Why don't you just go professional if that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
That's something that you like. I was like, all right, diggity, I'll jump on it. So I tried to get into the schools, and I was living alone, I was out of the house of my parents' house.
Yeah.
So now I'm calling, I can't afford it, and they want my parents' taxes or see how much they make to see if I could qualify to get, but I'm like, I don't live with my parents.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was young. So I couldn't afford it, so I went back to work, and I was telling my friend that I've been trying to get into this barber world, and he's like, dude, my girlfriend just graduated from nail school.
Okay.
And he's like, why don't you do that? Get your foot through the door. It's only $1,000 at that time, and
So what was the school?
it was Blackthorn Academy.
Okay.
It's so crazy because my teacher, he passed away, but rest in peace. He was a great guy. His wife owns Merle Norman right here.
Okay. Oh,
So
nice.
it's crazy that we were so close together, and she just finished selling the academy.
Okay.
But yeah, I went to school through them, and I finally got my license for nails.
Yeah.
And once I graduated, the last day they were like, hey, go down to this salon, they're looking for a nail tech. And out of everybody in the group, I was the only one that went down there. I cut my hair again. I showed them like, hey, this is what I want to do. But
So you basically went down there and did a demo on yourself just to show off your skills.
Yeah, and let them know that I wanted to cut hair as well, but I got my license to do nails.
Sure.
And a year later, she apprenticed me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She just wanted to see if I could do good in nails, and she likes, you know, my vibe. And
It feels good, doesn't it? To
yeah,
so you really actually have somebody recognize your talent.
yeah, yeah.
And once again, you can see that drive and that ambition. You said out of the group, you was the only one that went down there and did your thing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope too.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It's like taking all that time, that effort to learn something and not push towards it. Of course, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Anything that you want in life is gonna be hard.
So
Nothing worse happen.
So how long have you been here in this shop?
And this is my second shop.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my second shop. I've been here going on 9 years, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
And my other shop was 8 years.
Okay. All right. So for anybody watching this on the internet, so where are you located? What are your hours? Like, you know, how do people get a hold of you?
So I'm located in Waynesboro, Virginia. You can find me at Nico's SMPandhair.com.
Okay.
Nico SMPandhair.com.
Awesome.
I do all online booking. I have a lot of stuff to offer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
So not only do you cut hair, but what else do you offer?
I do I provide scalp micropigmentation,
Okay.
which I'm a PMU paramedical practitioner for cosmetic tattoo.
Okay.
That's fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a minute ago before we started shooting that you do I don't want to mess this up. You for breast cancer.
Yes. That's something that I'm gonna start offering.
Okay.
And to help out people that are struggling with breast cancer, breast reductions, transgenders.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm offering here.
Okay.
And like I said, we're gonna jump around a bit. Todd, you got a little bit ahead of me where I wanted to go because I wanted to keep hearing the story,
Yeah.
the progression. But that's all good. Like you said, after you said you went to the school, showed them your skills, and let her know you wanted to be a barber as well as do the nail thing, and she took you under her wing as an apprentice.
Yeah.
What's the next steps?
So the next step was she apprenticed me. I was there for about 3 years, and I have a cosmetology license. Everybody thinks I'm a barber.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Everybody thinks I'm a barber. No, that's just because that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. You know what I mean? I cater more to clipper cuts and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I actually have a cosmetology license.
Okay.
So I'm a nail tech and a cosmetologist, and then I have my PMU tattooing license.
Okay.
Hey, you jack of all trades.
Oh yeah. That's
So after that, I ended up going out to Harrisonburg. I wanted to experience a couple different shops to see what it's like because I wanted to open my own shop.
oh yeah.
That's always been my goal. So I ended up going to a little spot. It's called the Hair Corral out in Dayton.
Yeah.
Do like $6 haircuts,
Oh yeah.
but you're in and out like
Yeah.
a fast food restaurant. You know, man, there was a line, but boy, you killed yourself to do. You know what I mean? To make $100.
Yeah.
At $6 a pop. That's
I mean, it probably felt good to have all those people coming to you.
Yeah.
Be able to help people for that price.
right. And when I apprenticed, this actually was a really high-end salon. So back in early 2000, when I was apprenticing, their haircuts were like $40.
Oh yeah.
So that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because we're charging. Most places are charging what, $40. I'm charging $41 for a haircut.
Yeah.
But back then, men's haircuts were only like $10, if that.
Oh yeah.
So being at that salon, dude, I've learned so much. Seeing what levels of people can do
Yeah.
for and what it looks like having the quality and the view of having this style of business
Yeah.
compared to another place where they're just in and out,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But then I went to go work at a Russian salon.
Really?
Yeah, I went to go work at a Russian salon in Harrisonburg, and there was a lot of college students there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I did really good there. Pay booth rent, so I had to bring in my own clients. But I've started learning a little bit of Russian, and then I just learned how a business like that ran, being walk-ins, but at the same time doing booth rent.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after I left there, I opened up my own place.
Yeah. So I keep getting off track. I'm sorry. So the
No,
booth
yeah.
rent. So like, how did say a cosmetologist first starting out? So how do they go to a shop and rent a booth? Like, what's that process like?
So there's two different processes. There's one that you can get paid by hourly,
Okay.
commission.
Yeah.
So say you go to a typical barbershop here that's a franchise.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll pay you, $10 an hour,
Okay.
no matter how many haircuts you do in that hour. $10 an hour. Yeah. But then when you move to commission, you'll get, for every haircut you do, you get 40%.
Yeah.
And then other salons, most salons you'll see or barbershops that are more independent,
Yeah.
not will charge a booth rent.
Okay.
And that's where I like, because it motivated me more to push towards getting my own clients.
Yeah.
If you don't do good, they're not going to come back.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah. So if you go to me, I felt like if I went to a franchise and I stuck there, I'm gonna get comfortable and not learn and not push myself to get better. Because if I mess up, they're gonna advertise for me. You know what I mean? They're just gonna bring more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's that was my mentality. I don't know how anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
So I took the harder route at one time so I could get past that, never even really have to deal with the situation of getting comfortable and then stressing out. I might as well jump in the frying pan and say, hey, let me pass out 10 cards every single day, no matter where I go, and just get to know people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I started off with doing hair.
Nice.
All right. And this is the question of the whole interview. See, I read your bio. You said you was devastated when you started to lose your hair. Now, me being a guy who also shares your sympathy, what was that like? What was that like? You know what I'm saying? Because see, I have 5 older brothers. But my father was bald, my uncles was bald, so I already knew that it was coming.
Yeah.
And they some good looking dudes. They look good bald. I said, well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When it happened for me, I was a guy who liked to grow his hair out, so I always had a big afro, Bone Thugs and Harmony style, right?
Yeah.
One day I sat down with my sister to braid my hair, took all my old braids out. She's going through it, braiding up. She's like, I'm like, what? She's like, you thinning out up top. I was like, thinning out? Look, the head of hair is like this long, right? But right here in the middle, it's like this.
Yeah.
So she had to braid around that part. And I'm like, oh my God. She's like, if you cut your hair again, it's not going to grow back. Then I was like, yeah, right. And I thought she was tripping. I cut my hair, because I used to do it all the time. We'd cut it off, get a fade or a Philly cut, something like that, and then grow it back out, cut it off. I cut it off I was 19. It never came back.
It hurts, man. It hurts.
So yeah, so what was that process like for you?
My feelings, man. I knew I was starting to recede. My dad had hair.
Yeah.
My uncles have hair. All my cousins on my mom's side, they all have hair. But I noticed my dad's receding hairline and his hair loss pattern.
Yeah.
Since I'm a barber, I see so many people. I started noticing I have my dad's hair pattern. A lot of people will say, it comes from your mom, but you can't pick out who you get your genes from.
Yeah.
So I saw the pattern of my dad's hair loss, and I'm like, man, I don't know why he's not bald. But when it affect me is when my wife took a picture and I was coloring Easter eggs with my daughter, man. And then I was like this.
Yeah.
And then I have a little bird in it. It looked like I went to a field party and they left me out, passed out or something, and a goat done chewed up my head, because goats eat anything, man. So I was like, oh man, how horrible. I'm like, doing my wife's like, it's not that bad. But I'm like, yeah, I appreciate you being nice, but no, man. So then that's when I had to cut it down. Yeah, I started seeing. I was like, I can't be patchy with being a barber. You know what I mean? I'm like, that kind of haunted me because when I went back, I looked like a mange cat back when I was in ninth grade. I'm like, man, I got those same feelings again. I'm like, I started getting picked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a feeling, huh, bro? That losing your hair. But that's all we had as men.
Yeah, that's why I stay with
The
50
vocab.
and 60 fitteds. So, is that what inspired you to start doing the SMP, the hair transplants and stuff like that?
Yeah, the SMP. Yeah, but at that time when I was losing my hair, SMP wasn't really known. So I'd fly to California to go get all my tattoos, and I told my tattoo artist, I'm like, hey, bro, can you put a couple little dots? Because now I'm wearing my hair real short.
Yeah.
He starts laughing at me. He goes, no. He's like, nah, that's not going to work. Eh? You know what I mean? You're going to have some big old dots. It's not even going to match your hair color or nothing. It's like, no, I can't do that, which I'm glad he liked me because, you know, he could have
just
yeah, he could just did me up like that. But no,
Was that your idea, or had you seen it elsewhere?
no, that was my idea. I'm like, you know,
Okay.
a couple little ink spots just to make, and I'm like, there has to be something because I'm not going to get a hair transplant. I'm the type that I'm not going to get cut open, and that just looks too painful.
Yeah.
At that time that I didn't even know what hair transplants really, how it really worked, but but what I've heard was pretty crucial.
Yeah.
They take hair from other parts of your body, right?
Oh yeah, donor, like you get a strip scar.
Okay.
Yeah, you could get a strip scar, or else they do individual.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and so I started searching. I just started searching to what it was YouTube, man.
Okay. Yeah.
I like YouTube University. That's what I call it.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Definitely.
You can find everything on YouTube. But I searching, and all of a sudden I see somebody getting SMP done. I'm like, dude, this is what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, it does exist. Okay. So I actually go take a class. I seen it at first. I did some research, and I wanted to find out what license I needed. Did I need a tattoo license, or did I need a cosmetic tattooing license? And so kept on going back and forth with state. They're not really sure because SMP is not recognized.
Yeah.
So they didn't even know what it fell under.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and just got my cosmetic tattoo license because I felt like it was more cosmetic.
Okay.
And you know, thank goodness that I hit the jackpot on that one because going to school paying a couple $1,000s to get certified for something that you don't even know if it's the right license, So yeah, couple grand in, I take it, and then I go to Baltimore and take a class with a world-renowned artist
Okay.
and learn from him. And then I called another guy from North Carolina, and I took a class with him, and I got my SMP done with him too.
Okay.
So I wanted to get it done because I'm like, if I'm gonna be an artist for SMP, I can't be bald.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to invest, and so people know that I believe in it and whatnot. And when I got it done, man, life changing, bro. It made me feel so good, bro. I know I look good from here on up, definitely. You know what I mean?
But
You know what I mean? But
as a man, that's definitely like it's a confidence thing.
yeah, absolutely. We only have our word and our look.
Yeah.
Really, in reality, and if we don't got that, we don't got nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You ain't gone bald yet, are you, Todd?
I got too much hair.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, and then I started taking more classes. I've been studying with like about 10 world-renowned artists.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, damn. I was like, he's not just doing it. He's doing it on the highest level. I was like,
Yeah, in Little Waynesboro, man, where there's more cow than people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So who are a few of those artists?
Stevie G, Quintera, Tyler Perry, and Nico from Thailand.
Okay.
Studied with I got some knowledge from him, study with him, and then there's so many more that are out there. Victory Barra,
Okay.
yeah. There's just so many that I've studied with, and I just finished my two. I just got two new certificates
Nice.
at the end of last month, and I just finished a class this month
Awesome.
that I need to put up on my wall.
Yeah, let's speak about that because you said you won the small business award.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, last year I won the Small Business Award here in the Shenandoah Valley.
That's dope, man.
Plenty of that's really
Dope,
cool.
man. You definitely doing your thing.
Yeah.
And you said that you got another one coming up. You trying to win it again?
I'm hoping hope I get nominated for it. So,
Y'all hear that? Y'all better be nominating my boy, man. Make sure y'all get them votes in.
yeah,
Most definitely.
yeah. So we'll see. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I have a couple awards and a lot of certificates, a lot of effort. I created like the needles you see back here.
Okay.
This is my creation for SMP needles. So there wasn't a lot of needles out there. What people were doing was just using a regular tattoo needle, adding a small needle,
Yeah.
smaller needle to it.
Okay.
So when I started SMP, it started single needle.
Okay.
So now we use a 3 needle. So it's easier for you not to create blowouts, which are big impressions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of science to it. And so I created my own needles because I didn't find the one that I was like, man, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? It's fresh into the business. I can create it. I'm making the money. So I created my own brand.
Nice.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. That's motivating.
One thing that's been consistent throughout this interview is whenever you do something, you do it to your fullest potential. I haven't heard one thing that you've done that was halfway.
Yeah.
So I can definitely appreciate that, and the fact that you created your own needle. You're like, okay, this ain't you find the problem and then you create a solution.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
and out of everybody, because I study a whole lot of people. I study a lot of famous artists, musicians, you name it. I've read the books on them. And your story fits right in with those people. All of those great people who've ever done anything great, they did it just the way you done it. You consistently finding something and fixing it. And you know what I'm saying? Just keep moving forward. Like you don't just find something and get stagnant. It's like you've consistently grown. And your hustle, I could just tell it just by the way you speak. Your hustle and your spirit is just, man, like I can tell you're just gonna keep getting better and better. I look to see more great things from the future, bro.
I appreciate it, my man. That means a lot.
And it's just like coming from our world, audio, video type stuff. Anything you do in life, you got to have passion for it.
Right.
If you don't have that passion, that drive, that energy for it, what's the point?
Yeah. You'll get left behind.
Yeah.
Especially with technology, man. It just keeps changing each month. Something new pops up, a new software, a new upgrade, and that's like anything else. I mean, being a barber, I continue taking classes.
Yeah.
I continue taking classes, and I always will take classes because I'm never too good to learn. You know what I mean?
Word.
And that's why I charge what I charge. I don't just charge $40 for a haircut just because I think I deserve it.
Yeah.
Because of my rent's going up.
Yeah.
I'm charging it because I put the time, the effort, and that's and the quality is what you're going to
Yeah,
get.
the credentials to show this is why I'm getting this.
Yeah. So for me, it's easy for me, and when I say my price, I say it with pride, and people can read that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They can say, hey, okay, he's just saying that'll be $40. But it's like, nah, it's like I explain to you, I talk to you, I educate you. When you come into my chair, for example, it's been a while for you since you had a haircut, right, bro? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna ask Drew this question because he still got a little hair still. But like when you go into a barbershop or a salon, have they ever sat you down and asked you if you had any scars, any moles, or anything that makes you feel uncomfortable?
I can't say they have.
Every client that comes in, I ask them that's new that I don't remember.
Yeah.
I always ask them because sometimes they say I want this and this, but then they forgot they have a mole.
Yeah.
Or they have that scar and they're embarrassed about it, or they want it to show because it's a bad memory or whatnot. So that's little things that I do and I tell them, okay, well, since you have the scar, I recommend to do this type of technique.
Yeah.
You know, to have this style of a haircut.
Yeah.
So I educate them and I show them how to put in product in their hair instead of just selling it to them, putting in it. You know what I mean? I show them, so then when they leave, they're like, man, I actually got knowledge and a good quality haircut. And that's how it became so successful.
That's how you get clients right there.
Communication, man. That's all it takes.
Take notes. He's dropping jewels right now.
Exactly. That's how you know when somebody really cares about their customers too.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I
Customer service makes.
before I lost my hair and I got hair, because I ain't never had a barber ever ask me no questions like that.
Yo.
They just say what you want and they cut your hair. They don't ask you if you got any scars, moles, or any blemishes you wanna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same with the beard. I tell them, okay, you want the beard. It's like, I just want it a nice, but what's your outcome? What's your vision?
Yeah.
So I can guide you to that, and you can get what you need instead of just taking it down.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know how to conversate or explain what they want.
Oh yeah.
And then I tell them, hey, if you want, say, a full mask, let more of the hair grow underneath. You know what I mean? So when it starts growing out, it looks fuller, because if you bring it up here and you let it grow out, you can only get so long, and then you can see through the hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you want a nice, that Viking or that big old
Yeah.
Ricky Rose beard, or you know what I mean? You want to have a fuller mask.
He's giving me jewels right now.
Too. So there's just little techniques that you can do, and then I teach them how to keep up with it
Yeah.
at home, because paying $41 for a cut and then $30 for a shave, that's $71. That's a lot of money. And I mean, it is, but it's worth it. But I teach you how to maintain it at home. I'll tell you what you need, so then you don't have to come back, in next week or in 2 weeks. You could keep up with it for the whole month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's a simple solution. Yeah, you might have to invest a little bit of stuff, but once you get all that stuff, you're golden. You don't need, you know what I mean? You can keep up with it for the rest of this.
So what do you have planned for the future?
For the future, man. Well, I got the academy coming out.
Okay.
It's a cosmetic academy for SMP, and then I'm gonna be pushing more, working on doing more of the areola tattooing.
Okay.
For breast cancer or breast reduction or transgender.
Yeah.
Camel scars, so like stretch marks or surgeries that they've had. They want to match the scar a little bit more to their skin tone.
Yeah.
Helping people with vitiligo. Vitiligo is like when people have lost a lot of the pigment in their skin that didn't. So I can help them with that. So that's something that I want to be able to provide here in Waynesboro, in the Shenandoah Valley. You know what I mean? Nobody what I'm doing, nobody's doing in this area.
Definitely not. Definitely.
So I am the first. I've been doing the cosmetic since 2000.
Okay.
And it's been going great. I get people to come from Maryland, DC, Culpeper, a lot of different places. It's crazy. I never thought people come from DC,
Yeah.
Maryland, to see me in a small little town where we have more cows than people.
Yeah.
But now I've learned that, testing the water, and it doesn't matter where you're at, man. You just got to know how to get out there for people to find you and bring to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope, man. I appreciate this interview, because it's giving me insight and also giving me ambition, because seeing your drive and your hustle. I'm somebody with drive and hustle, and when I see other people that have it, it just pushes me even more. So I definitely appreciate that, man.
I'm glad I was able to help out, man. And thank you guys.
Thank you for having us here today.
Yeah, I appreciate
Pleasure,
it,
bro.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Anything else that you want to promote before we get out of here?
Oh me?
Oh, for me, you guys could find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at NicoSMPandHair.com. Once again, it's NicoSMPandHair.com. You can book online, and you can see a lot of questions about SMP. If you have questions, there's frequently asked questions on there. I'm doing free consultations, so if you're struggling with hair loss, this stuff right here, what I have on my head, it's a permanent solution to hair loss.
Word.
It's awesome.
You heard it here first, guys. Tune
Once
into the
again.
Welcome to Virginia podcast.
Appreciate you guys watching.
40.
Peace.
Peace.